Now, got a couple of suggestions here from a couple of viewers, and that is, well, you can read them there. Sound away the parts of this ring that are jamming on the flange here. Yeah. Now, I got to admit that when I was watching yesterday's video, after it uploaded, like I always watch it, or almost always, just I want to make sure everything's okay, so if anything's seriously wrong, I can pull it and redo it. So far, I think I've only had to do that once. Anyway, I had thought of that myself.
Yeah, sure you did.
I did. Okay, anyway, let's see if we can sand down, or maybe, I gotta be honest here now. Now, what I was thinking of was sort of taking my hobby knife and just sort of cutting it with my hobby knife, and I might do that yet. I'm not really too good at sanding plastic. Anyway, let's get going here and see what we can do. Alright. Now there's no use taking off more than we have to. We only really have to take off, I would say, probably from here to here on both sides. That's all we'd have to take off. Just in fact, not even that much. It only has to go from about the halfway mark forward on both sides. So let's carefully get this back off again without scraping the paint off. Alright. Now if you remember, I had said that I was going to use my hobby knife. Okay, so there's the halfway mark. So I would think, you know what, it could be that sanding would be the best way to go here. So I hold it so that you can see what's going on. I'm probably going to have to repaint, aren't I? I know it's not a good idea to cut towards yourself, but I think I'm bracing myself enough here that in the event it's let's go, I'm going to not go that far. Okay, so that's about, I would say, the halfway mark. Could probably maybe go just a little more. Okay, now maybe this one will. So we're going to just take and cut that off. Yeah, I'm going to have to repaint, but that's not the end of the world, is it? Okay, let's try it now. Get rid of all the little fluffies and very gently here. Gotta try and pick this up. I know sometimes I use a tool when most people would probably use their fingers, but what you don't know is that my fingers don't always work too good. Well, they sort of do, but not like they used to, that's for sure. No. Now, is this going to slide down a little better? I think it probably will. There. Yes. Okay. So we'll clean that up a little bit, and yeah, I think that's pretty good. Looks good to me, anyway. Now, earlier this morning, when I was trying to record the ambient sound from outside on my little portable recorder here, and then sync it up with the the reason I got the battery cover off is because it's so loose it keeps falling off. More information than you need, right? Anyway, I noticed when I was syncing it all up and listening to it, I was getting wind noise. Now what happened was I had it up in front of the open window at the front there, just above the camera. And I think what was happening was, because I had the windows open front and back, I had air rushing through over the microphones here, just enough to give me a bit of a low rumble going on there. Now, I do have, this actually came with this recorder, and it just goes on like this, okay? And it works. I think you may have actually seen me use this. I'll sometimes have it on if I'm doing voiceover from outside. But I've also got what is known as, in the audio video industry, as a dead cat. Yeah, that's right. DEADCAT. Dead cat. And, it's, I guess there's probably another name for it, windscreen or furry windscreen or something like that, but most people refer to it as a dead cat. Because I guess it kind of looks a bit like a dead cat, or at least part of one. So I think what I'm going to try to do is, for tomorrow morning, I have used this before. It works they work pretty good, actually. In fact, I tested this one out when I first got it years ago. It actually, I got it to go with that other microphone that you've seen me use sometimes when I'm doing in the spray booth. But anyway, more information than you need. So I think I'm going to just see if I can't get this to work, and then tomorrow morning maybe we can have a little bit more natural sound, because my plan is to try and have the sound live. Now this does slightly muffle you're going to think this is going to muffle it. Well, it kind of does. I don't think the high frequencies get through here as well as they normally could, but it sort of works. And so does this. Anyway, enough for an interlude. Let's get back to this. Now, I was noticing here that there was a little bit of play between the sides of the flanges here and the edges, and I'm thinking that if I was to just very carefully bend this together just a little bit, so if there's a little bit of tension going on there, then when I glue it together I don't have to clamp it together. At least that's the plan. Now, on the other hand, maybe now when I try to put it back together here, it's going to scrape the paint off, but no, I think it's good. Okay, now I'm going to use CA, and I guess the thing to do will be to make sure we've got a 90 degrees going on right here. Yeah, I think we'll use CA and make sure we got everything straight. I'll just reposition everything here. Oh, and by the way, I'm trying my microphone out right now. We'll just see how it goes. Right now it's stuck looking out the window. Maybe that's not a good idea. I'm going to end up getting bugs in the house, but just sort of a test right now, see how it works. Now my air conditioner did cut in, so we're going to have that noise going on. That's going to kind of spoil everything. Anyway. Now there's something we should check here. And that is that, yes, this little platform should be horizontal, but is the this part of the tripod, is it perpendicular? I think it is, but I just think we better just check and make sure first before we glue it. Yeah, okay, that's quite a tight fit right there. And yeah, you can see that if we glue this square to the tripod, or this one leg of the tripod, it's going to be. I wonder if I should maybe check and make sure that these other pieces are going to go in place here. All right. I don't think it matters which one of these we choose, because they're... Okay, is that going to slip in there, or it has to go like that? Guess it'd be nicer if I had it so that you could see what's going on, right? I did try this before I painted it, and it fit okay. I don't want to force anything. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now, I think that's locked into place. Now, this one here. I think it's always a smart idea to do a dry run before we glue some parts together that might not want to work out later. Yeah, that's going to be alright. Now, it seems to me that when we made the module that sits on the top here, we drilled it out a bit so that there's a bit of play, and we were going to rely on the probably CA thick to take up the slack, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's get this thing apart and see if we can get it glued together here. Okay, here's the thing. If I glue this to what I think is the right position on this part right here, and then later, after I drop this in the hole, I find that it's off just a little bit, and I can't twist it because this is such a tight fit. I'm just thinking that maybe I should glue this in place right now, and now we will be at the place of no return, because once this cures or dries, it's not going to be coming apart. There will be no adjusting later. So that is a very firm fit. It's locked in place. Okay, now my thinking was that if I was to try and be able to adjust this later, I wouldn't be able to. Now, because this one is, well, I don't have to explain every little thing, do I? Okay. I don't think we need to let that set anymore. It's not going anywhere. Okay, now I think we can probably square this up. Or should I be gluing it in place maybe while these are in the right spot? You know what? I think maybe that's the way to go. Maybe what I should be doing is putting these back in. Yeah. Okay, it took quite a bit of wiggling on one of these here to get it into the slot that's on the bottom of the base there. And I'm thinking that maybe the best way to do this here, to glue them at the bottom, is just maybe take some extra thin here and just put it in these, you know, like right here, and also at the other one right here. Just drop it in from the bottom rather than trying to. I'm probably doing this so you can't see what I'm doing. Anyway, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, they're glued. I'm not even going to bother to show you because it doesn't show anything. You can see where on the bottom of this one, for instance, where it did sort of wick its way out onto the deck a little bit there. Okay, now we can go ahead and square this up, and it's a pretty tight fit. I'm probably going to have to do it off camera. Okay, I think I've got it here. And as long as I can just manage now to not bump it out of place, because my plan is to not glue it from the top, but to glue it from the bottom, where if it gets little globs of glue, it's not going to be seen. Now, I don't know what goes on top of here. It could be that it's going to get sort of all covered over anyway, and it wouldn't really matter. But at least my plan is to try and do it neat for a little while. Yeah, that looks okay. Okay, I found a way that I could lay this thing so that nothing's going to get damaged, but I'm noticing that there's a bit of a space before the flange actually gets down. I'm just going to let it run down, and I do believe it will go all the way down. Now, maybe this is not a good idea. Maybe I was talking about, you know, okay, I think that's probably going to be all right. We'll let that cure, and we'll check it out tomorrow, because this afternoon has moseyed right along, you might say. I can't talk and work at the same time, you know that. All right, does this still look square? Yeah, I think it's all right. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well. We'll see you tomorrow.